Hello and welcome to your Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are back with the Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. Today we are here with issue number 13 with an issue once again fully drawn by David Marquez, which is very exciting.
Marquez is back. It's great. We're doing a four-part story, which is...
Four-part story.
That's got me excited. And we're playing with, I wasn't expecting this to be the direction we're going in, but I'm happy we're going in it.
I'm excited. I am very excited after this. This issue is a lot of setup. I'm very excited though, nonetheless. In addition to the fact that we're on a four-part story, I have seen, I'll just straight up say, from a comment from Gail Simone on our recent X-Men video, that the next 6 issues seem to be kind of their own thing. She's excited about the next 6 issues, which she told us directly, which is very exciting. And Gail, if you're watching this, thank you. That's awesome. But no, I'm excited for where this book is going. This is all very exciting. Loving this issue and loving where we're going. Jumping right into this, I guess let's talk about our sort of framing device here.
Yes!
Flashbacks here. We get some diary entries from one Henrietta Benjamin. This is seemingly the setup for our home out in Louisiana here. They never specify exactly when this is supposed to take place, but obviously it's in the past.
It's post-Civil War, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by the fashion, late 1800s, early 1900s. But that is, I am vaguely judging by the fashion. And I am by no means an expert on fashion.
Jacob, you should be able to pinpoint the exact day that this is meant to take place on. But Henrietta here is a mutant of some kind, or a mutate, it seems as they used to call them back then, which I think is kind of cool. I think it's just a nice little language difference that I appreciated someone including. That was very cool.
We should also say, she's also black and living in post-Civil War America. Segregation is a thing, and I think it'll be very interesting to see where Simone goes with this and how the threads are put together, because, being a mutant has always been a allegory for the other sort of blanket. Started vaguely as race, is kind of spread to a lot of others. Others.
yeah, definitely.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Because this is interesting.
Yeah, but meanwhile, in the present, we are once again we have another Gambit-focused issue, mostly it seems, which is very exciting. We do get some through Gambit's inner monologue, some allusions to the Vig throughout and his recent encounter with him. But also we're bringing back another character from early on in the run, this Sodarang, the dragon that we fought back in the first issue of the Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, we're bringing a lot. Also, throughout all this thing, Gambit is in his underwear.
I knew what you were about to bring up.
I feel like that should be a selling point for at least half of the audience.
I feel like Gail Simone's notes to David Marquez are often very specific, and it comes through on the page, and it pays off. So it's fantastic. I love it. But also we spend a fair chunk of this issue dealing with our outliers, and Death Dream, who wants to take our outliers out to what is a beacon, the Dark Artery, out on the outskirts of our home in Louisiana here. Very interested in this. I'm excited to learn more of the history of this, because that is the name of this arc. This is Dark Artery, which I'm very interested in. I need to know more about this.
It seems that it seems to have some sort of connection to Death Dream himself, I think.
Mm-hmm. But also to Henrietta in our flashbacks here, because she's referring to it often throughout. And I would say to the family that owns this place. There are connections. There are things. Once again, that Simone is setting up. This is mostly a setup issue, and it's great setup. I'm fascinated to see where this all goes. Yeah, it's very cool. Also, meanwhile, Sodarang takes Gambit to the Savage Land, which is very fun. Love to see a Savage Land appearance. We have Gambit fighting and being sort of forced to kill this dinosaur here. And I don't know. I found this moment somewhat somber, actually. Because Soldering like feasts on the dinosaur afterwards, and Gambit's just like, no, it just wanted food. Like, you know, he doesn't see any malicious intent in the dinosaur. It doesn't know any better. I really appreciated that moment. I just thought that was really cool.
It's also interesting because there's this deal that they made, and Soldering is trying to break that deal, like,
yes,
mutually, and it feels very deal with the Fae, if that makes sense. Like,
oh, totally.
Like, I don't think Soldering is a Fae; he's a dragon. But like, there's this we're dealing with some high concept, higher power fantasy bullshit. I say lovingly, as someone who adores fantasy bullshit.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Once again, setting up very interesting things that I'm excited to see where they go. Speaking of, my god, I love the cliffhanger of this issue. I love Man-Thing. Man-Thing appears at the end of this issue, and it seems to have something to do with the beacon here, and it's exciting. I'm excited. It's cool. You don't know Man-Thing, really, do you?
I don't know much. I know he appeared in Werewolf by Night, which I haven't seen. I meant to get around to it the last 2 years during spooky season, but then I just didn't.
He appeared in that. He's had an MCU appearance. I've read a few comic appearances of Man-Thing. He's always a fun character. I'm excited to see what Gail Simone does with him. That's exciting to me. Deathstream seems to already be familiar with Man-Thing somehow, which is also very exciting. I'm curious to see what the history is there, or it could just be the connection with the beacon. But I mean, who knows?
The beacon, maybe something to do with like death in general as a concept. I don't know. Also, Jitter and Calico holding hands and blushing. There's
Brandon calling it out, which is very interesting. This is definitely something that has been set up before in the run, and I love the ever so slowly blossoming connection between the two of them. It's very cool. I love that. It's such a good issue. This run's so good. I cannot stop praising it. It's fantastic.
There's also some. I think there's some interesting setup in the flashbacks too, when Henry gets to Louisiana and, you know, being a black woman in the post-Civil War South, gets, putting it nicely, accosted and her bag searched. Like, the idea, there's this mention of something called a Moonflyer, that if she isn't a Moonflyer, she knows one, I'll wager. And do we think that's just a name for mutants or for something else?
Well, they refer to mutants as mutates in these flashbacks, so I'm guessing something else, some specific kind of mutant.
Maybe?
If I were to guess, it's another name for something we're already aware of, but we haven't quite unveiled what that is yet, so could be something else there. But who knows?
Yeah. I love how we're like just going to be staying in Louisiana. It seems like quite a bit.
I mean, Simone and Jed McKay, for that matter, have christened this the Louisiana X-Men team, and that's just cool. That's exciting. I like that. I like that there's just a permanent home for these people. I know, which is something cool to have. Also, I know, like, post Krakoa, which is something that people loved about the Krakoa era, was that, you know, it was the X-Men having a home, a place to belong, and a place for peace. And like, this isn't exactly that, but it is a sense of permanence in their lives.
It's a place of, at least for this team, it's a place of refuge, mainly because of Gambit's connections there.
Yeah.
But what I also think is interesting is that narratively, in sort of the grand scheme of things, it's fascinating to me that despite, you know, the MCU building up towards the X-Men coming in, apparently, I don't want to go on a long tangent about sort of, I was going to say, the mess of cameos that the MCU's been doing and has announced.
Yeah, well, different conversation entirely.
but that we haven't gone to the status quo that, like, the general public knows of Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. Like, I hope we keep up this status quo for a long while. And I hope that's allowed. Editorial?
Yeah.
Editorial? Please keep let Gail Simone do what she's doing. Let Jed McKay do what he's doing. Let Eve Ewing do what she's doing. Let all the X-Books just keep doing what they're doing, because as far as I can tell, they're all doing well and are good.
If X-Man is anything to go by, those books are doing fantastic. So check out our X-Man Hunt coverage. We had a great time with it. That's all there. I made a separate playlist for it. You can just check out all those videos there. Anyway, I guess actually that's a great transition for promotions. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to check out other Fresh Face One Shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Batman the Brave and the Bold. No, oh my god, oh wow,
Did you just do Brave and the Bold?
My brain just
Batman,
shifted.
the Long Halloween, the last Halloween.
Time I traveled across dimensions for a second there. Batman, the Long Halloween, the last Halloween. We covered the Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, obviously, and also check out the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. We recently put an episode on Captain America Winter Soldier with our guest Kestrel. Fantastic episode. We have another episode with Kestrel on more Captain America stuff coming up in the near future, so check all that out when that is out. Also subscribe to the channel, Blood Studios, and support's appreciated. Our link trees and everything will be in the description below. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan
and Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.